Cooper Flagg is someone who came into the scene so freaking fast and destroyed all expectations so easily that none of us thought it was possible for the way he did it.
Cooper Flagg again.
He is a teenager who could completely destroy a whole franchise's timeline. One of the best talents we have seen, if not the most complete talent, who is 19 and with this level. This is a deep review on the abilities of our man, of what he is capable of, and how the teams in the NBA should fear him, and what he can cause to a game. Why the comparisons of his abilities to others make no sense. And we are not going to glaze him positively, we will also see where Cooper lacks and what his NBA career would look in the future. Here are 10 truths that explain why Cooper Flagg is this special as a 19-year-old prospect. Let's really look at this insane teenager who is about to step onto the NBA stage with confidence and a skill set that feels way beyond his age. Chapter 1. Why this kid is different. Cooper matters because he solves the exact problem modern teams are desperate to fix. A 6'9" wing who can guard every position, create his own shot, create for others, and do all of it with a calm that doesn't look taught. It looks wired into him. When you watch him, it doesn't feel like potential. It feels unfair. He's 19, 6'9", guarding stars, creating offense, using both hands, and playing like he's already figured it out. He doesn't just show skills. He uses them in real games, under pressure, against good players. This is not just highlight basketball. He plays smart. He plays calm. Every move feels controlled and thought out. The fear is simple. He creates matchup problems. If a 6'9" teenager can stay in front of quick guards, bother bigger wings, and still stand strong against stronger players, that's a headache. Now the other team's coach has to plan differently just because of him. And the crazy part, you can run the whole offense through him. A 19-year-old, let him bring the ball up, let him pull 2 defenders, let him make the decision. And when the defense gets tight and physical, he doesn't panic. He stays calm. He makes the right play. That's not normal for someone this young. This is what's crazy about him. He changes the game on both ends. Defense, offense, everything. What a baller, not because analysts are hyping him, not because of draft boards, but because when you actually watch him, you feel it. And every time you watch again, you see it even clearer. I'm saying this strongly because the speed at which he's improving is scary. He's not just good, he's getting better fast. And teams that hesitate, that wait too long to believe, might miss that early window when he's growing the fastest and giving the biggest return. Chapter 2, there is no comparison. Labels are lazy. We love calling young players the next this or the new that because it sounds cool, but that's the easy way out. The truth is, comparisons should only help you notice small details. They should never replace actually watching the game. Yes, you can see flashes. The long arms and smart defense like Pippen, the smooth movement that bothers people like Kirilenko, the awkward but effective scoring around the rim like Marion, but that's just pieces. He's not a copy, he's building his own version, and that's what makes him dangerous. But he's more than a caricature built from older names. When you paste a legend's name on a teenager, the danger is twofold. First, expectation inflation. People expect the teenager to replicate a career arc instead of developing his own. He's more than a mix of old names. The moment you paste a legend's name on a 19-year-old, 2 things happen. First, the expectations go crazy. Now people don't want him to grow. They want him to repeat someone else's career. Second, people stop thinking. Instead of explaining what he actually does, they just throw a comparison and move on. But Cooper has his own game. He finishes with both hands. Timing you can't teach. You either have that feel or you don't. That's why quick comparisons don't work. They shrink everything he does into one simple image. And that's not fair to how complete he really is. So forget the labels. Just look at the skills. He guards multiple positions. He hits mid-range shots smoothly. He floats it softly in traffic. He knocks down open threes. He reads the defense and finds the right teammate at the right moment. And he's doing all of this at 19. Early on, people said defense would be his main strength, and that made sense. But defense at this level takes maturity and control. It takes time to really understand it. Cooper figured those lessons out insanely fast, right in front of everyone, and that's not normal for someone this young. He's not just tall and long, he knows when to move, when to help, how to step into passing lanes, and how to slow the game down. And he does it without making dumb mistakes or picking up cheap fouls. That's rare for a 19-year-old because real defense means seeing the whole floor, not just the ball. What really stands out are the small things. He closes out under control, slides low and balanced, and sometimes chooses to protect the rim instead of chasing a highlight block. He can sense where the next pass is going, read the angle before it even happens, and adjust in a split second. Like his brain is ahead of the play, and you have to remind yourself he's 19, the youngest guy out there moving like this. The result is simple. Your defense feels different the moment he's on the floor. He's not just tall, he's 6'9" doing guard level reads, and that's rare. There's also rim protection people don't talk about enough.
Under control. The one that was under control was Cooper Flagg.
He's not even a center, but with his length and timing, he still protects the basket from the weak side. And a lot of his impact won't show in the box score. The charges he draws, the angles he cuts off, the floaters he makes people rush, all of that builds up. That's why the numbers don't fully explain his magic. Chapter 4. Offense. If people already expected defense, what surprised them was how mature his offense looked. For a 19-year-old, it doesn't feel rushed or forced. It looks calm, it looks controlled. His scoring isn't just about being fast or jumping high. It's about touch and skill. He makes soft floaters that drop gently, smooth mid-range shots that feel precise, and step backs that punish defenders who rush at him. He just scores for fun, bro. He is crazy with the fucking ball. 9 stocks at shooting 50, 33, and 81 over his last 30 games. And he's doing that at 19 on a Mavericks team with grown men. That's not normal. When someone produces like that again and again, it's not luck. He is something special, and I'm pretty sure teams around the NBA already fear him. It was the kind of play you can clearly see on highlight reels. He moved up early, but showed up with a level of polish that usually takes years to build. He doesn't get open with just one move. He mixes smart footwork, hesitations, change of direction dribbles, and different types of shots to create space. You see him do this, and then you see him doing that. It's just freaking crazy how many things this guy can achieve. And most importantly, he does it efficiently. He doesn't force bad shots. He picks his moments, knows where everyone is on the floor, and understands when to pull up softly or finish cleverly at the rim. Because he makes smart decisions and can score with both hands, defenders always feel like one small mistake will cost them. Yeah, bro, everybody's got ants in their pants when he's around. And what makes it even tougher for opponents is how calm he stays. He doesn't rush wildly. He attacks in steady, controlled ways that slowly wear defenses down. It's just amazing to watch him play these days. Chapter 5. Let's talk about his finishing. Talk about embarrassing defenders. This kid is so young and already making grown defenders look confused. And it's not because he's trying to be flashy. He's not doing it for Instagram. He's simple, controlled, but simply special. Every move has a reason. When he goes between his legs and the defender looks lost, it's not about breaking ankles for a clip. It's about creating the perfect angle to attack. At 6'9", moving like that, who does this at that age? That's the crazy part. He keeps the ball tight in crowds, changes speed at just the right time to slip past help defenders, and then stretches out to score over guys who are scrambling back. And the finishing is what makes you believe this is real skill, not just flashy highlights. He can switch hands in the air, twist his body to drop in a soft floater, or take contact, and still guide the ball gently off the glass for a layup. Chapter 6. Court IQ. Talent without brain is just an expensive show. Cooper mixes instincts with awareness, and that's why he feels different. Early in the season, there were moments of tunnel vision, which is normal for young creators. Sometimes he went straight at the rim because he trusted his ability, but as the games piled up, you could see him slow down and read things better. There was one sequence where Luka tried to back him down, thinking he had the size and strength advantage. Cooper didn't bite. He stayed balanced, cut off the angle, forced Luka into a tougher shot than he wanted. That's patience, not just talent. Then you see another possession where the defense collapses on his drive. Instead of forcing it, he kicks it out at the perfect time. The shooter misses, but the read was right. That's growth. There was also a moment against Jokic where he didn't try to outmuscle him. He used timing, slid into the help spot, bothered the entry, and made the catch uncomfortable. That's understanding matchups. And against Fox, when the speed picks up, he doesn't panic. He slides, stays in front, absorbs the first move, and makes the second one harder. That's discipline. When the defense overcommits, he finds the open man. When the floor opens up, he pulls up calmly. His assist numbers don't always reflect it because box scores punish creators surrounded by cold shooters. But the reads are there. He's learning when to attack and when to orchestrate. That's not flashy, but that's high-level basketball. Chapter 7. Legacy potential. So where does this take us? Cooper is a baller, man. He's still so young for the NBA, and yet he already looks like he belongs at the top. And with numbers that are already stacking up next to some of the greats, it's hard not to believe he's headed there. He isn't some automatic franchise savior just because he showed up. But the way he's developing, it's pointing towards something big. He already looks like an impact piece, not just a project. And if he keeps progressing the way he has and tightening the shot, cutting down turnovers, staying healthy, he becomes the kind of player teams build around. Not just someone who fits into a system, but someone the system is built for, and at this age, the potential is huge. The best case scenario, this kid is headed for a special career if he keeps moving like this. And honestly, watching what he's already doing at this age, it doesn't feel crazy to say we might be witnessing something all time. Just look at what he's doing. The realistic scenario is he becomes a high-end number 2 or 3 who can turn playoff rotations and be a key matchup weapon. The worst case, stagnation from poor environment or injury. Not an apocalypse, but a disappointing plateau relative to the current hype. In the meantime, what should fans do? Watch high and enjoy the way he is playing right now. If you enjoyed this video, you'll probably like this one right here. It's definitely something you'll be interested in. Click it now.